struggle,
Yeah,
before
sorry
going
to
to your
interrupt.
struggles, yeah,
Uh,
before going to struggle, one thing I had actually written here was say something about Motihari and the
mhm.
talent, how you look for talents in Motihari.
Okay. So here I can say there is a very interesting story. I am very happy. Your question is correcting my lots of background as well. Background in terms of like the Motihari. You might have heard because as you mentioned you are connected. We are already connected on LinkedIn, and as you mentioned you are following my post as well. You might notice Motihari meetup hashtag Motihari meetup. One of my regular post I can say.
Mm.
So in the Motihari, 5 years ago, in the early 2018, we started Motihari, Salesforce Developer Group Motihari, powered by Salesforce Trailblazer community. And from that time, we have been able to make huge impact in the area. Many people getting always getting Salesforce opportunities in different Salesforce partner companies. Many are in the Salesforce company itself. So I can say in terms of talents, many awareness happen in the area. Maybe if you get some times in the future, please come here in any Motihari meetups. You love the passions, energy of the students, working professionals. So we have very good group running from the last 5 years. So I can say it was not difficult for me recently last year, because if something running from 5 years, if I was able to uh, connect people with help of each others, if we are able to create a good community in the area, then it's very easy for finding talents, because people are now aware what is Salesforce, what is cloud
Mm.
based applications, world number one CRM, these things. So they are excited, and so there is no difficulty in finding talents in local area. And as you mentioned, this is virtual world, so currently many people are also working with us virtually from Delhi, from the Kolkata, from the I can add places like Jharkhand. So we have people from various places.
Mm. Yeah, that was what I was thinking about. Like you are in basically you are in Motihari. Okay,
Mhm,
there might be lot of people who wants to basically work with AppyCrown, you know,
mhm,
and what happens is they are from other big cities.
mhm,
Okay, like you said, Kolkata. Hmm?
mhm.
There might be from people from Delhi, right? Now, they have to travel. If they have to meet you, they have to come to Motihari, and they will feel little reluctant to come to Motihari,
Mhm.
right? And
Acha, that's okay. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, let's complete the question first. Matlab, I got the question by there, but please go
yeah,
ahead.
and basically, see, yeah, somebody walking with you, and
Mhm,
when you have a leader like you, they definitely wants to meet you in person.
mhm,
Okay, so how do you go about it? Like, if you want to meet your team who is
mhm.
working in Delhi or who is working in Kolkata, would you ask them to come to Motihari, or how do you plan to meet
Okay,
them?
well, so as per current, if I say last recently, when I traveled Delhi, I went my team there. So I managed to meet in person and discuss some strategy. Uh, Moving ahead, I think one strategy I follow from the last 5 or 6 years: if you love something or someone, distance is not a barrier. So it's no matter Delhi or Motihari. If our team is working from Delhi, and in case if you are planning to extend our branch in the future in other places, then I can say, yeah, if needed, I will travel. If needed, team will travel. That's all mutual understanding. So I don't feel those issue. But yeah, as of now, base primary location is started from the home city in this place. In future, if needed, of course, we'll extend. But before that I have to plan long-term strategy, because the opening company is very easy, I can say, but having a plan for the proper long-term strategy is just something coming with the
Mhm.
experiences and coming with day to day. So
Obviously.
every steps I am taking after lots of consideration. Matlab, if I summarize, कि if you are running now, then make sure if you have something to if you are falling down, if you have something a strategy to run again. So I follow
Yes.
that strategy in every steps whatever I take. So yeah,
Mm.
So that I answered for the
Uh,
distance. I don't feel that will be issue. At least in India, I don't feel any issue because no,
yeah.
because in India there is no visa concern, right? Even I say
uh,
about the community engagement. Recently, I traveled Jaipur 2 times to attend the Jaipur Developer Fest. Sorry, not Developer Fest. It was Salesforce Developer Rage
mhm,
last year,
mhm,
and with Dreamin,
mhm.
WIT Dreamin. I traveled there.
Women take,
I also
women take.
in technology. Yeah, I also travel many places for the attending events. So if I can travel for attending events, then I can travel for the company as well, right? So this is my thought.
Okay. See, this long distance relationship that you said, I am a bachelor, so don't give me that. Uh,
Okay,
long
okay.
distance relationship चलता नहीं है भैया. Okay. Uh, okay. Uh,
Yeah, so it's
coming,
technology love. It's technology love. I'm saying.
uh, love might be with parents or technology or with anyone. So
Of course.
anyway, what I was saying is, obviously, when you love someone, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter
Yes.
whether you are with that person or not. Also, it doesn't matter. Na? So
Agree. Agree.
obviously, my parents they're in India, so I can't say that this long distance relationship will anyway uh, define that love. uh,
When you're planning
so
to come India, really, I want to meet you, Sasi. I think very interesting person. You are sorry, we are talking first time, right? But really, like the way you are making the conversation and the way you are creating the questions. Because first time we're connecting, right? We had never interacted one-to-one call. I mean, yeah, we have chat on the LinkedIn in the past. Thank you. So once we come
yeah,
in India, we'll meet for sure. We'll try to meet, huh?
sure, sure. Actually, okay. So thanks for that compliment. But actually, what is I do a lot of things. So I go to Facebook, write articles about politics also. I don't allow
Okay.
people to come to Facebook because every lot of people will be offended. I'm far right.
I also,
Okay.
my
Uh,
younger brother is also in like no love politics. He recently
mm,
fight I think they for the mukhya, the mukhya election in our Bihar. So my
mhm.
younger brother was candidate for that last year. So I was in the campaigning. I was trying to connect with people. So yeah.
Oh my God. You know, I follow one person about Oja sir.
Okay.
Okay. uh, Awad Oza sir, he is very very talented, very
Mhm.
motivational person. Hmm. And recently I was watching Lalan Talk,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah, learn
and
to
he
very
was
popular
speaking
channel.
there
Yeah.
in yeah, he was speaking about the elections only.
Mhm.
Okay, so you are campaigning for your brother. This not done. This is Salesforce will not encourage
Yeah,
you to go
because
for.
again that time our thought was having some change in the area, having some youth leader in the area, and my younger brother has interest in that. So he asked my suggestion. I say, yeah, why not? Let's go and try your luck. I can luck in the sense
So,
because sometimes it's not one day journey. He have to contribute. He have to grow in that area if he interested. So anyway, I think we are now off topic.
No, no. We can go any topic. I am okay with this. See,
Okay.
uh, now see my. You asked me like how I put this conversation because this is how I come with my. मेरे दिमाग में आता क्या करूं. So, uh, for which party did he contested election?
Okay, so in Mukhia election, like
Mm.
something ahead of the couple of
Panchayat.
village, multiple
Mm.
village. So there's no party. It was individual campaigning. It
Okay.
happened there. So in
So,
the Pradhan, some area it was Pradhan election. In some area it's
mm,
the head of the 4 or 5 villages is called Panchayat,
mhm.
and that Panchayat Mukhia. There is no any party there. So it's individual.
So in Panchayat election, you don't have
No party.
a no.
Yes, yes. There, no, in our side, in the Bihar, I can say in the Panchayat election, there is no any party association. It was like everyone who is individually they can contest in the election.
Okay, so is it two tier or three tier Panchayat election?
But sorry, tired. I
Okay.
mean,
There will be some. I think I am also going off pocket. There's a tier
maybe.
systems also in Panchayat. Okay, so I
Okay,
shall not
okay.
go to
So here,
election
just
anyway.
summarize way. In the summarize way, I can say multiple villages having one
Mhm.
panchayat, multiple panchayat having one block. So it was planned panchayat election. But anyway, I think yeah,
Mm.
now our audience will feel kya chal raha hai.
We should come back to Salesforce.
Yes, yes,
Well, okay. So you said you help people with AppExchange, right?
yes.
Listing them to
Yes,
AppExchange.
right.
And basically nowadays Salesforce, in Salesforce, I
Mm-hmm.
see lot of people who are building apps and
Mm-hmm.
listing to AppExchange, right?
Yes.
And they're doing a very good job. I think I have met more than 6 7 people in Trailhead
Mm-hmm. Yes.
who wanted to connect with me, okay,
Okay.
to know more about Marketing Cloud because they want to develop similar tools,
Okay.
like you have this GDPR, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this for GDPR, they build some tool, okay, where they do the encryption of the
Okay.
uh, personal data and all, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of tools. So they want to implement similar tools in Marketing Cloud, and a lot of people wanted to connect and want to understand Marketing Cloud also.
Okay.
So so uh, in App Exchange, my question is, you are doing the basically in a very lay term, you are doing basically the API call,
Okay,
right?
so again, it depends based on requirements. Like if that functionality required any external API, then of course API call. Otherwise, native application without any API call. So I can say here, yes, depending on the uh, need of requirements, maybe API call. As you are mentioning something from the Marketing Cloud, yes, we can have API call from there. And maybe we have something building more native for the Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, just internal functionality or no API call out. Maybe we are interacting with some external systems. Maybe provider is hosted outside of Salesforce. Of course, again API call. So yeah, it depends based on requirements.
Yeah,
Requirements. If
no,
you
no,
are.
I'm talking about those. I'm talking about those applications that are
Mhm.
hosted in App Exchange. Okay,
Okay.
so
Mhm.
those applications that are hosted in App Exchange, okay, how they are connected with the Salesforce, like Sales
Okay.
Cloud, for example.
Sales Cloud.
Uh,
Okay. So what
yeah.
happened here? Yeah, I got the question. Thank you very much. So what happened? Like ISV partners build their applications in their development org, and after development, packaging happens. After creating managed package, that managed package submitted for the security review. Prior to that, business review process happened. Once the review is approved, then a security review, where every functionality and code is reviewed by the Salesforce security experts. Once the application passed the review, then ISV partners has option to make that application live on the App Exchange.
Oh,
Now you are going to install that application in your Salesforce org. Just you have to go on App Exchange, install that application in your org. So application is available in your org, install package there, and now you are going to use in your org. So no any API call out there in this simple process what I
okay.
explained. Yes.
Okay. So if I understood is like you are developing like let's say
Application.
you're developing an application inside Salesforce org only, right? And
Yes.
then you're creating a package, and then
Right.
you're like a library, right? And then you're hosting it in the
Packaging
App
this
Exchange,
App
and that
Exchange. Yes.
managed package is being deployed within the Salesforce, and
Yeah.
then with the managed package they are able to do those use case.
Application functionality in use case. Yeah. Totally. Think of.
Okay, okay, that's why because I was not able to connect, because for me it
Okay.
was like how they are connecting it. It should be always an API. So if you
Mhm.
are doing just a simple API call, I don't have to
Mm,
basically go to App Exchange. Okay, so let's say
agree.
mm, I can create a website. Okay,
Mhm.
I can create a website. Now in the website, I have this credentials, API credentials for Marketing Cloud. Okay, then I can invoke that API from external
Mhm.
system. Hmm.
Mhm.
And then I can build lot of things in the external website connecting
Right.
to Marketing Cloud. So
Mhm.
for that, I don't have to basically go and list it into App Exchange. Independently, I
Yes.
can do it, right? So
Agree.
that's why now I was thinking of why this App Exchange. Okay, why
Okay.
people have to go to App Exchange? Now your question has actually, your answer has actually clarified my doubt. So
Yeah. So now if I
they are working.
summarize, just marketplace. AppExchange is our
Mhm.
marketplace, and ISP partners like developers. We are building application. We are making that application live on the AppExchange, so other can download the application in their or. If I have to install some application in my mobile, I go to my iOS store or Play Store, right? And
Mhm.
we install that application copy in our system, mobile. Similarly,
Mhm.
any Salesforce users can install any applications from the AppExchange.
Yeah, that's I understood. But
Thank you,
again, my
Shashi.
one other question with a follow-up question is here, like, is it uh, mandatory that you go and list it into App Exchange if I'm developing any application, okay, for Salesforce? Do I really have to go to App Exchange and list it? If I don't want to list it, but I still want to use it, will
Okay.
that not be
Yes.
applicable?
Okay. Yeah. Good question here. And yeah, I will answer in details. So I have built some application and you want to use it. Directly, I can share you the installation URL of that application. You can install that. But
Mhm.
that is not certified, or I can say not approved by AppExchange team. And you'll
Mhm.
get some warning here. This application is not reviewed by Salesforce team.
Mhm.
So for building that trust, like
Mhm.
maybe, or let's keep it short. For let's simply understand our functionality is implemented, and who is taking guarantee that application is not storing some data. It might be
Mhm.
possible with I
Mhm.
can call out some APIs and send you some important data outside. It might be possible,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
here,
Mhm.
plus it might be possible app is installed and the every code is following the Salesforce security standards. It's following all the
Mhm.
guidelines by Salesforce, how their application is secure. So for that, Salesforce security team reviewed the application. They approved, yes, this application following the all standard guidelines of building our app. And now there is option to host that on the App Exchange. So here, first thing is build trust. Yeah, okay, this application is reviewed by App Exchange, and now it's marketplace with the millions of users. So your application has the global visibility. They can install from the App Exchange.
No.
Got it?
I no, I still have a question. I still have a
Okay, huh?
question.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, I
Uh,
will try to clarify.
So I understand the security concern that they are
Second
validating
concern.
the security concern and saying that okay, you are not misusing this data, right?
Hmm.
Or you
Hmm.
are making any data breach, it will lead to a lot of legal issues,
Security
right?
standards, huh? Yeah.
And they are reviewing it, but you are using it. You are developing that tool based on the
Hmm.
services that what Salesforce is providing, right?
Hmm.
You are not basically uh, anyway breaching it because they gave you the, let's say, they are giving you the client ID and the client secret,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
Now
Hmm.
that client ID and client secret they are giving to you, and that's why I'm saying you can use those services outside marketing, outside Salesforce also. That's why they build that tool, right? So you can have those
Okay.
credentials and hit it from external system. I understand they are reviewing it. Let
Hmm.
me ask you this question: when you apply for the app exchange and you have certain cost for that app, right? You say okay,
Hmm.
monthly this much or something. Uh, how much percentage that Salesforce derive from those apps?
Okay. Okay. So here there is different strategies based depends on the pricing model and depends on subscription model, like in which model we are going. That should be discussed with the of course from the partner portal. We can raise a case and we can connect with the team. But here I want to just clarify one thing, as you mentioned about the API call out authentication. But in my example, I was not talking about the API call out except details. I was just
Mm,
talking about normal app building process. For example, let's
mm,
as of now, let's come back on the iOS application. Maybe you are building some application that will be host that I can use in my iOS mobile, right? So you will give me the some private link or maybe some file, go and use this application in
mhm,
your Android, in your iOS or Android. Just high level overview.
mhm,
I can use that. But how you will make that application available for every app store or every Play Store users? You will
mhm,
host that either in the Android Play Store or iOS Store. Same
mm,
concept here. How my application will be accessible by the global Salesforce users? I will host
mm.
that on the AppExchange, because AppExchange is our marketplace for the applications that will be deployed in the Salesforce org. So that's
Yeah,
why that marketplace. I hope
yeah.
I'm clear.
I'm quite clear. But I
Okay,
have
okay.
this. I ask a lot of silly questions.
Okay, so
But
maybe what we
mm,
Sasti, we can do, I really love that discussion, and I now feel this discussion can be also helpful for someone who want to
mm,
explore more about the app exchange and application development process. So maybe we can connect again someday, and our talk should be focused on the totally ISB things,
okay,
and we can
sure.
have and talk. But I would love to listen any more question you have, so I can
Sure,
share.
sure. Yeah, my this is my brain function, cognitive function is if something hits me, I'm going to go very deep and
Awesome.
understand what is happening, why it is happening. So okay, I'll
That's we should have.
definitely I'll schedule a call with you regarding App Exchange, and I'm
Okay.
going to grill you very much.
Okay. So
Okay.
we will have another
Uh,
podcast.
different podcast. I'll grill
Awesome.
you very
Awesome.
much. So,
That's fine.
okay,
I'm ready.
okay. Going back.
Mhm.
Let's say, can you help me understand? Okay, like you are going with the different uh, your what do you say customer. Okay,
Okay.
and
Sorry.
you are
Mhm.
bringing your team also. You will send your team also to discuss with the different customer. Okay, how you groom about it, saying that let's conduct this meeting with my customer in this pattern, and let's try to get all the information about the requirement, like the discovery one. Okay, how you go and groom your team to how to attend a meeting and make it fruitful for the customers with the discussion.
So before going on the client call during our internal training, uh, we have some internal discussion like what we do. I'm setting some strategy here as well. Having group of 4 people, I'm playing role of client. One is playing role of consultant. One is playing role of architect, and we're having some real-time use case discussions. And based on that, we try to give some mindset to our team. Okay, what question we need to ask based on the which situations, and what solution we are going to give. But there is always some learning, and there is always some process. Maybe my team is stuck somewhere, I am there to help, our other colleagues are there to help. So I can say it's team based. Firstly internal training, then having them first directly. I'm not sending someone on the call with client. Maybe I am talking and one is joining with me. I'm introducing them. Hey, he's my from my team. He's also part of this team. He's learning, and learning is a long time process, not one day process. So we're learning and we're adding value. So this is a strategy we have started following with our client calls.
So you have a pre meeting kind of a schedule before going to the
Uh,
client, right? And
yes,
you define
right.
your strategy, what things you need to ask.
Yes,
I like it.
and for any for the maybe as I mentioned, like suppose for example, we are going to discuss about the ISP requirement. By the way, we have only one ISP partner currently who is working with us, and we help them become ISP partner. So maybe my team is working with them. Then team has idea what they need. Like initially, you know about your customer, and first thing you have to know about your customer. Your customer is coming from which background, what is their expectations. Of course, you have to understand that. So based on that, we create some couple of questions.
Mm,
Because let me give you example. You are coming from the health sector, just for example. Then I know what happening in health, right?
mm,
What question
mm,
can be in the health sector? What can be challenge? What can be challenge with doctors and patients? So similarly, we can compile those things.
mm.
This is what
So
we are following.
yeah. So